YouTube, how we doing? Pass the prop back here yet again. We got MLB today. We got a full slate. Ready to get after it. Joined as always by my guy Stu. What's good, man?
Nothing much. We got a nice Friday slate today. Yesterday was kind of iffy. I don't know. It was a smaller slate. I didn't really like much personally. So I was just kind of hanging back. I saw you got another free play winner yesterday, I believe, with Kikuchi. So I did tail that one. That was nice right there. But yeah, besides that, just hanging out, ready for a good slate today.
Yeah. I mean, I've been. I don't know if I'm self-proclaimed or if I've been told a few times the Kikuchi whisperer, bro.
Yeah.
And he continues to just cash tickets for me. Yeah, dude, love that spot last night for the Mariners. Unfortunately, I didn't get my Oakland stack right, or it could have been huge because I only played Julio, Polanco, and Arozarena, so all three hit nukes, and then Rooker didn't do too much or anything there, but yeah, it could have been big because I had Lauer pitching too, so it was really good. Couple spots away from a little bit bigger takedown, but I digress. We are to today. Yeah, it's a huge slate. I'm going to the Brewer game. They have the alumni home run derby after, so that'll be cool. That's why they're doing the day game. So it's like Ryan Braun, Prince Fielder, Keon Broxton, all the guys I grew up watching, and Carlos Gomez, all those guys coming out there and doing a home run derby after. I don't know how long I'm going to stay into it because I'm going to the game tomorrow. And I'm going to go to the Cubs game on Monday. So we'll be out there, man. I'll be out there grinding. It ain't just bets. We do go. I make sure it's part of my yearly routine to at least make it one Cub game for sure. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, and it must feel even more conflicted this year now that you've actually made like a shit ton of money betting on Cubs guys. You kind of like a little bit for like the first time in a little while. Like you might be accidentally cheering for the wrong team at times. You got to be careful.
Yeah, the tough part is like, yeah, PCA is just my dog. So I just I don't talk shit. Like that's the thing. The difference between us and like Chicago guys is they don't really talk shit. They'll talk even though they got 10x the money that they're spending on their roster as us, and we're rolling with fucking little makeshift pieces, but hey, it works. I don't know how, but it continues to work.
Yeah, no, it should be, and that'll be a real good series. I mean, obviously the way you guys are playing right now, the Cubs just in general should be a fun series to go to.
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into a quick recap here, and then we'll get going. Just because I gotta be at work in 30 minutes, so we're gonna make this happen today. But we'll go through these quick.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Reds fucking suck. Soroka got pulled. The next batter is fucking sweaty. We kind of called it. He melted down in the fifth. He walked a bunch of guys, and they left him in for one more batter. So unlucky right here. I really like this play, but Soroka went 17, did not get the job done for the under.
Yeah, I know. And I mean, going off that one, I got very lucky on my side with Spencer Strider fucking sucking. But I said that they didn't need to. Neither guy threw well. They both sucked, and they still got their props done. Luckily for me, Luzardo started out hot and didn't have his implosion inning until the fifth. But I mean, the first 4 innings was probably the most dominant performance I've ever seen, bro. Like 40-something pitches. He had 6 Ks. No one touched him, and then obviously walks got him, and then Real Muto not seeing a pop-up cost him 5 runs because right after that he gives up the granny and obviously just fell apart. So that happened. Strider got rocked. Thank God they just let him roll 110. So we like to see that. But yeah, no, and then I know I had a 0.4 units on long shots here. Padres, no cigars. Sandy looked really good. I thought I had a chance at the Rockies. They just fucking shit the bed the entire second half of the game. Through 4 innings, had like 5 runs. I'm like, damn, we're feeling good. And just, you can't ask bad people, bad players to do good things. And that's what kind of got me on that one. I don't think they were scoring 14 runs like the White Sox. But, yeah, crazy.
Yeah, they got off to a hot start, like you said. He gave a little bit of hope early. But I didn't realize the White Sox scored 14. That's kind of crazy. I did see your Brewers had 10. I remember that was the one I was looking at for a while there. But, it's a, 18-1 long shot. It is what it is.
Yeah, no, for sure. So it moves us to 33, 29, 13.98. just trying to get back in the green, right? Just trying to keep working our way back through. Hopefully, you guys did tail Kikuchi last night as well, and following those plays over on Action as well. Because we've been, I think I've had 320 total bets. We're at 50 units in MLB full total. So that's we just hit that nice little milestone. So they're like, oh, you hit 50 units, and I'm like, thank you. Yeah, they send you like a little.
Oh, really? It's like when it's your birthday, you get the little confetti thing on iMessage or whatever.
Yeah, I wish it gave me that. I think it just sent me shit. I'm like, no, that's lame, bro. It's fucking lame. But hey, I will take it. The money's the money. So hopefully you guys are continuing to tail those. And we appreciate all support. We got 30 likes on the last video. Hopefully we can continue to push that up. As we go into today, Stu, we got a big slate. What game is catching your eye today as we look through it? Because, I mean, you got a lot of different dudes on the board.
Yeah, I mean, I think Logan Webb at home against the Mets to end the night should be pretty good. You know, I haven't actually watched that much Friday baseball this year. I've had like something every Friday, but I'm just going to be chilling today. So nothing like a late night hammer. You know, I love Logan Webb at home. Mets should actually be a pretty good matchup for him, though. On the other side, Giants offense, who knows what you're going to get with that one. That's why it's a 7.5 total. Should be a pretty good game overall, I think. Definitely hyped for that one. Probably won't have too many bets in it, but just to watch, you know.
Yeah, I think there's quite a few good games. I mean, I'm interested because I never bet overs in Brian Wu games, but I feel like this might be one where I see some runs getting scored in that game. I think Brian Wu gives up some runs. I think Soriano gives up some runs. I like that game overall, but just kind of going into some of the breakdown of my Kikuchi bet yesterday was the Mariners are 20% better on the road this year offensively than they are at home. Like, they have a 120-something WRC plus on the road. I didn't check today, but obviously it had to be better after last night's performance. You know, like a 104 at home. It's just because it's the worst hitting park in the MLB. And then you take that into the fact that we're going into LA and now this ball's flying, right? That hit by Polanco yesterday is not out. Arozarena is not out there. It's probably a line out. Julio's is probably off the wall. Like, those 3 homers aren't even bombs there. So yeah, very interesting there to go against those guys. But I do think that we see some runs in that game. So that one's like the late night one. Obviously, you always got to look at the series between the White Sox and the Cubs. I think I'm almost kind of leaning White Sox today. And as crazy as that sounds, I lean that White Sox team at home facing the Cubs. Adrian Hauser, I don't know what the fuck happened to him since he left the Brewers, but the dude is fucking one of the best pitchers in baseball. I'm still not on the Shota Imanaga ace train that everybody else is, because still underlying numbers don't scream it to me, right? They're just not missing enough bats, and the White Sox have been playing better. So I think that might be one of my upsets of today, is going to be looking at those White Sox, whether it be plus 1.5 at minus 110, or maybe just playing at that plus 150, plus 160 number. I mean, I feel like those games are always close.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I don't know how good I'd feel about it, but like you said, I mean, Hauser, that was like a fade guy in the past, and he's just turned it up. You know, he's been great this year. So it'll be an interesting one. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to actually get to the window on the underdog, you know, but I see what you mean. Shota is not a guy I've been betting on anymore either. Actually cashed a couple unders on the strikeouts. I know you have as well. I remember at least one occasion. So, yeah, don't mind that at all. Like you said, good slate today. A lot of good options.
Yeah, no, I think we're in a good spot. We got 16 of you guys in here. If you guys got questions, drop them in the chat. We're going to keep this rolling. I'll kick it over to you, Stu, to start us off for this 15 game.
Yeah, sounds good. We got a little hit parlay action going. We got Junior Caminaro and Manny Machado both to record a hit. Minus 118 over on FanDuel right now is the best price in markets. And yeah, I mean, every day when I start out the slate, I'm always hits, runs, RBIs, my favorite market. So I'm always, you know, at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock the night before, kind of looking at the pitchers, generally trying to get an idea of, you know, what hit, runs, RBIs, what batter props I want to play. Both of these guys stuck out to me last night, but unfortunately they're both 2.5 hits, runs, RBIs. I thought maybe like Caminaro, we might get a 1.5 still, but nope. Obviously, he's been good enough to warrant it. And to be honest, if you guys watch my stuff, like, I just don't really do the 2.5s as much. I have to like really, really like the spot. If I do, I normally go to like runs scored which I did with Jose Ramirez the other day. Ended up cashing that one. Like I like that market a little bit more, just because you're asking for less, And both of these guys, as I was going through, they stuck out in the same way where like their batter props are minus 120 for 2 total bases. Like you're not really getting much value on any of the markets, but their hit was both at around 280, 290. You get it in this reasonable 118 range. Not really a huge threat of walks on other side is obviously one thing I'm looking for a lot. So I think the hit parlay just made the most sense to attack these guys in these individual markets. And obviously what I like too, and I mean, if you watch, you'll see this a ton, but the archetype of pitcher we're targeting here is like the same guy, Michaelis, Martinez. Like they're both guys that are ground ball pitchers. Even when they're having good outings, you're generally going to be a hit per innings pitch kind of guy. 281 average to righties on Martinez's side, has some reverse splits better against the lefties. Caminaro, when you look at the pitch splits and you dive into like the batter, like what pitches he hits best, to me, Caminaro kind of easily stuck out as the guy I wanted in that Martinez matchup. The only pitch he's really not hitting well would be the cutter. But still his advanced numbers still have it as a 261 expected batting average. So the rest of his pitch splits are really, really good there. It's just the cutter he's struggling against, but even the advanced numbers still show some regression right there. And Michaelis on the other side, Machado, Michaelis's top 4 pitches are like Machado's top 4 pitches by both run value, batting average, and slugging. It's kind of easily the best, I would say, pitch splits matchup on the slate when you go through and are just filtering by like how well is the guy hitting, the 3-pitch combination that he's likely going to be seeing 85% of the time. Machado over 300 against all 4 of Michaelis's top 4 pitches. And I mean, Machado has some pretty solid form, not as good as Caminaro, who's riding like the 8 straight in here, but Machado still has some good recent form. I believe he's has a hit in like 15 of his last 20 coming in, and a couple multi-hit games as well recently. Both of these guys obviously do benefit from really good advanced stat profiles as well, especially when you look at Machado. I mean, all that red, he looks like one of the best hitters in the league. And I mean, he's not too far away from it, but we obviously don't really have Machado in those conversations right now. I think he's more of a hot and cold guy, but the recent form is good. Both of these pitchers are not going to walk guys. They have high ground ball rates. They're going to attack the strike zone. It's exactly what I'm looking for in a hit parlay. And I think these prices are very reasonable for 2 guys that are, sitting in the middle of their orders. So Caminaro, Machado, 1+ hit, minus 118 FanDuel. Let's go.
Love it. Yeah, I'm hit or miss on Machado, personally, just because kind of annoys me. But
valid, very valid.
Is at bats are just sometimes just so dog shit. I don't want to get into it or else I get rattled, so I'm gonna hold back. But yeah, let's. I'm just gonna go into mine, or else we're gonna go down a very long rabbit hole that I don't want to go down. I'm gonna be rolling with Kiter Montero under 3.5 strikeouts with Jeffrey Springs 4 hits allowed. Obviously Springs hits allowed that's bought down pretty damn far, right? I mean, his normal's at 5.5 plus 100 over there. I'm probably gonna have to track that on action as well, just because I want to see what it's at. I like using that as my tracker, so I don't have to like dig into watching a shit Oakland game that I don't want to watch. Yeah, I'm going to buy it down to 4, and they don't let me buy it down on the app, so I'm going to have to play that. I don't mind the 5.5 at plus 100 either. It's just, for me, when I bet the Astros, is it a right-handed pitcher or a left-handed pitcher? If it's righty, I'm not betting against the Astros. If it's lefty, see it, dude. I'm betting fucking Astros because they are fucking so good against left-handed pitching. And it's crazy because, right, we think about the Diamondbacks last year. It was the same thing because guess what? Christian Walker sitting in the middle of that order doing his thing. Caratini has been very, very good this year. The Astros are second in the MLB and WRC plus against left-handed pitching. The only team higher is the Yankees, and that's only by 120 versus 119. And then you go, and the third place is the Cubs at 112, right? I mean, that's a big drop-off in that one. So I really like this Astros team against Springs today. I like to see also Astros don't really walk that much. When they see lefties, they're ready to hit. 7% or 7.9% walk rate, bottom 5 in the league against lefties. So they're going up there, they're putting the ball in play, and they're smoking it you look at their numbers, they have a team OPS of 781, second in the MLB. Some just really good numbers, 331 on base percentage. Like, I really like what I see from this team against left. Springs the bill. I know Springs has like an 8% walk rate, not great, not bad, but also it just talked about the Astros really don't go up there looking to walk against lefties. So really like that spot. Obviously, Montero is going to be carrying most of this. Obviously facing off against my second favorite team at this point. Like, if the Brewers get eliminated, I'm a Blue Jays fan, bro. I fucking love this team. These guys make me so much fucking money. Addison Barger might have more money I've made in anybody this year, dude. He's on my fantasy team now. I just love the dude. The dude just takes daddy hacks and doesn't swing and miss. It is just really fun to watch this team. Montero, 17%, 8% walk rate. I don't expect him going very deep in this game. We have a juice to the under on 15.5 out. I like that. But also, I mean, you look at his pitch mix, and it's just not anything that I'm really worried about. 30% usage of the four-seam fastball. He's got a 14% whiff. Slider using primarily against righties. Sinker primarily against righties. I don't worry about Vlad. I don't worry about Bichette. I don't worry about Springer, right? These guys are guys that are putting the ball in play. They're hitting the ball fucking hard every time. Alejandro Kirk, shout out him making the All-Star game. No one talks about his ass. I have him on fantasy too. Him and Barger, I'm loving it, dude. They're 5-6 in that lineup, and they've been awesome. Absolutely awesome here. I just don't know where the swing and miss comes from Montero in this spot too, because you're probably seeing Clement in this game, who hit a 3-run bomb yesterday. Not a swing and miss guy, right? The only guy I'm really worried about swinging and missing is freaking Looper Fido, and he only plays against righty, so I'm hoping he can just fucking put the ball in play on his couple ABs. Because Natan Lucas putting the ball in play, like, there's no guy in there that I'm like, if there's 3 strikeouts in this game, if he has 3 Ks, it comes up and he's in the 5th inning. Like, outside of Looper Fido, I am confident these fuckers are putting the ball in play. It doesn't matter who it is. Like, I know Vladdy's a power guy. Dude's still striking out at a crazy low clip for a guy with that amount of OPS right now. Hitting for a ton of power. Another double yesterday. Triple for Barger yesterday. We've seen these guys just Bichette with another hit as well. I'm just such a big fan of this team, and I'm going to continue rolling with them until the wheels fall off. Honestly, I just don't know why I would want to trust a guy with a 17% rate to strike out 4 guys here. Like, what are we doing? 17.1% K against right-handed pitching. Absurd. Absolutely absurd. And I told you guys the last time, they are the second lowest, and then there's a huge drop-off after those two. But they're an 80 WRC plus, and then you go to the Blue Jays with a 108, right? So they're actually good and not striking out, right? They're actually doing something positive and not striking out. The Royals just don't strike out, and they're just not very good. So really, really like this spot. I love fading Montero in this one as well. Give me some more Blue Jays money, man. They're my most profitable team by quite a bit of margin.
Yeah, no, when you told me this combo, I was a big fan. I mean, Montero's been a guy that I've been fading, I feel like, since his debut. He gets sent up, he gets sent back down, and you kind of nailed it with not only is this a brutal matchup against a team that doesn't strike out and makes a lot of contact, his leash is so small. Like, it's juiced to 15.5 under outs. I even still think that's solid. Even I think that's an okay parlay piece as well. He's a guy that, unless he really has his good stuff, he's just not getting deep into games. And yeah, I mean, that obviously is a huge benefit at a low strikeout number like this, because if he's cooking, then obviously, the bet's not looking great just in general. But I mean, yeah, he's a guy that's not getting deep into games at all. They have a solid bullpen, and they're very happy to use it. Yeah, I mean, I definitely like the Montero fade right there. And Springs, I mean, it's been kind of funny. They've been trying to trade all their bad starting pitchers. It's like, it makes sense. They haven't been great this year. Walker just made me some money the other day. I'll probably be going back to him as well. So I like that look right there. I like the combo a lot. I think this is a great look.
Awesome. Let's get a quick recap. I don't see any comments or questions in the chat. We'll get going just because I got to, like I said, be working 15 minutes, running right over there. It's only a 6-minute drive, so we'll figure it out. But let's get a quick one here.
Sounds good. Got a little hit parlay action. Caminero, Machado, 1+ hit, -118 over on FanDuel.
Awesome. And I'll be going with Kiter Montero, under 3.5 strikeouts. And Jeffrey Springs, 4 hits allowed at -116. If you can't buy down hits allowed, I don't mind the 5.5. I don't mind even throwing for action, I think I threw in Gore 4 strikeouts, like minus 800. But again, it only makes it to minus 130 because Montero's like minus 170. So obviously, nice juice reducer there because I'll never play anything over minus 150.
Yeah, I'm with it. And you said my guy Mackenzie Gore. Before we get out of here, I think we finally got a fucking Mackenzie Gore day. I haven't said this in I think we do. Well, we'll see, but I think we do.
I just think they're just catching on, bro. I mean, he does the same shit. He doesn't make adjustments.
Yeah,
he just throws the ball inside to all these righties, bro, and has the big hammer. Right? He needs like a good changeup. He needs something to get him off that breaking ball because I watched that Padres game and he just obviously he missed a couple spots, but like they were selling out like on the fastball because they know he's not going arm side. They were just trying to blow him up on the hands, and that's been effective on getting swings and misses. But I don't know. That was a really tough one to watch for me. Just against a Padres team that doesn't have that much power, and he was just giving up barrels everywhere. And I don't mind the 4 just because I know that coach will roll him out there even if he has 75 pitches through 2 innings like he did last time. He'll just keep throwing him out there because I don't know. It's a poverty franchise.
Yeah. I can't argue with you there. Seen enough games to confirm that, but yeah, the plus pitch count is always a win as well when you're betting strikeouts or anything. So we'll see. I'm laying just in case he gets a nice 12K game or something like that. I want to lay my little flag out here that I think we might finally have that bounce back after a tough month. But I do agree, a better pitching staff, a better coach, that can help with the pitch sequencing and the pitch mix, I think would definitely benefit Mackenzie Gore. But we'll see. We need. Hey, the Padres saw him a week before. They've seen him a decent amount. That's former team, whatever. Blah blah blah. Twins suck. They not always. They come to play every once in a while, but they're a team you can rack up those strikeouts on. So I'm looking forward to it. My guy Mackenzie Gore. He's going to come out there and he's going to look good. And then we might trade him, but we'll see.
Yeah. Last thing I'll say before we get out, the fact that his strikeout prop is only.
It's so low.
It's so low.
Yeah.
Like that's all you need to see. This dude is at the top strikeout rate in the league. Now it's just now just give me 4 and get the fuck out. That's all I need. I just need 4 Ks and you can go. Yeah, obviously it's a interesting time with all the trades and stuff coming around here. So I gotta pop out. So you got anything else before we head out today on this Friday?
No, not much. Yeah, I don't know. I was going to say we can talk USC next week or something like that. We don't really got
Tough card this week to talk about. I'll have bets, but it's not anywhere as confident as I was last week.
Yeah. Yeah, but no, leave a like, leave a comment if you haven't already. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you guys know where to find us. And yeah, that's all I got. Hopefully we win some bets today. Feeling good.
Yep. Of course. Hopefully you guys have been tailing us here on the show. We'll be back Monday, ready to roll. I got 3 Brewer games in the next 4 days. So exciting time for me. So I'm excited. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. Best of luck. Hit that like button on your way out. We still got 20 of you guys in here. Appreciate you staying the whole time. And we'll be back on Monday. Catch you guys soon.